Hello, everybody. We just wanted to give a quick live here about finding peace in parenting. Every Sunday night, we get the joy of meeting with our favorite parents in the world that are doing our coaching program with us. And it's so fun. It is so good. And we finish up so inspired. And we just want to spill that over with all you out there. So, how to find peace in parenting. We have been through a lot in parenting. We're not coaches because we were perfect parents. We might have thought that before we had kids. Yeah. But we were quickly relieved of um, that error in thinking, and parenting was very, very hard for us in our first years. And we had very little peace and a lot of anxiety, a lot of trouble. Um, and through our story and the searching and the seeking and God's grace. Um, God really shared with us something so profound, and that's what we want to share with you today, right? And this is what we were just finished talking about tonight with our the parents we were coaching. Is that peace in parenting doesn't come from getting everything figured out or fixed, um, all the messes cleaned up, all the kids behaving. That peace is a very fragile piece, right? And I know myself as a parent, and many of us parents, we seek that peace and we strive for that peace so hard, and that's why I often lose our peace. We yell at our kids um, to to finally achieve what we're what we're seeking, but that's not the peace of God, and that's not the peace that God gives us. We're just reading together from Jacques Philippe here, right? About maintaining peace. That the peace that God gives for us parents is the peace that comes before everything is fixed. It's the peace that comes before our children behave, before the messes are cleaned up, before our own messes are cleaned up as parents, as sinners. It's the peace of resting in God, the peace of trusting Him with complete faith, right? This is the peace that Jesus offers us, that He calls us to in the Sermon on the Mount. And when God showed that to us, and little by little, this wasn't overnight, this wasn't all at the same time. When He showed us that we could have peace first, and that His peace was the answer to responding well to our kids, to building a household of peace, from the peace flowing out of our hearts. Everything started to change in our families, and this is why we are built on rock. This is why we started this ministry, this parent coaching effort that we're doing to share the grace, the peace that God has given us. You had a word you wanted to say about lightheartedness.
Yeah, one of the prayers I've had in my heart since understanding that the first thing that I need to ask God for in my parenting is peace has been to give me a light-hearted heart. And hi, Leah. Here we go. Here's our friend Leah. So good to see you. So happy to see you, my friend. Yeah, so Leah, we're talking about lightheartedness, and often in our parenting, we found ourselves with just such a heavy heart and such a big burden because we felt like we were failing. We felt like we were just yelling left and right. We felt that our kids were not resembling the image that we had our kids would have before becoming parents.
So much shame and discouragement.
Yes, and that heaviness of heart came from wanting to control them so that they would resemble that image that we had about what we imagined our kids would be like. So, as Catholic parents, we go to mass every Sunday and we expected our kids to be the kids that would stand up when you had to stand up and kneel down when they had to kneel down and had no meltdowns. And if we brought, books and colors and pens and all the things that they would just sit and be quiet and go through everything like we imagined they should. And that's not how parenting has been for us. At mass is we sit in the front pew and we're at the eyes of everybody. And it has been really humbling to know that we are not perfect and that our kids are not perfect. And yet, God wants us there. And yet, God sees us in our messes. And yet, God is not expecting perfection from us, but rather, He's expecting us to allow Him to work in us. So, as you navigate this week, as you enter this week in your parenting, enter with a prayer. God, give me a light-hearted heart for my kids. Allow me to give you all my worries. Allow me to give you all my anxieties and fill those places with peace instead. Allow me to delight in my kids. Allow me to see the goodness that you have already instilled in them and let them be who they are before me and allow me to walk with them without wanting to control every single thing that they do. Um,
So this is who we are. This is built on rock. It's this foundation grounded in God's peace. And from this peace, we have joy, we have connection, we have love, we have inspiration, we have coaching, we have building and accountability and responsibility, all founded on this peace. So, just an invitation for you if you haven't been to our website yet, builtonrock.org, we have a free starter kit for you there with some of our best downloads. So we have grace-filled parenting truths that you can put on your walls. We have how to how to respond, consequences at work, how to respond when a child says no, different things like that. Whatever might help you this week, we encourage you to just head over there and download it. And then, yeah, we're here for you. Reach out and let us know.
Hi,
Oh,
Jacob.
and
Good to see you here.
Afia,
And
yes.
Afia, good to see you here.
Great.
We're praying for you and see you next time.
Awesome. God bless.